Okay, gang, short one tonight. This is going to be a short night. I have got a hella cold, and so going to get in, get out, do the thing, and go get some ice cream and then go to bed. So anyway, good evening. Good to see you, Paul. And just going to go through some stuff real quick tonight. We'll go through what's in the jam and the first news item at the same time. You saw from the title slide that Bitwig has come to the disaster room, and so first started using it. We did a test stream last week, and then did the Gallium Offray jam using Bitwig yesterday. Everything worked great, so I'm going to go ahead and keep on moving. And part of the reason behind that whole thing is that it does some things that I've been trying to do, and does them well and easily. Like the XY pad thing is super simple. Took just a few minutes to set up the first time, and it works every time. So we'll talk about that real quick. First up, though, let's go ahead and get into what's in the jam, as usual. First up in the jam tonight is this pad you're hearing now. It's Pigments, and it's a modified version of one of my own patches, as usual. So anyway, like I said, hella cold. I will try not to make rude noises in your ears too often tonight. Then up next in the jam is Nightshade. This is a Native Instruments instrument running in Contact, and this one makes use of the XY pad. So let's dump the Pigments pad out. So in order to do the advanced stuff like this, Paul, it does need the full version, or at least the producer version for the XY pad stuff. The strength and stuff that some of the stuff is in the grid, which we're not going to talk about much tonight, except that I did make my first grid business thing today. So anyway, that's Nightshade. Up next, have this kind of sweepy plucking thing going on from Ultra, and it's been playing this sequence. And this is done, you see I've got an instance of Stepic here, but that's not what I used for this. Let's go to the edit view and get this out of the way. So basically I used the piano roll sequencer. Each one of these has got a whole bunch of, each note's got a bunch of stuff stacked on it for chance, velocity. I'm modulating some other stuff per note, which is pretty cool. And I've only had this since Thursday. So the XY is putting out CC controller values, and so I can use it to control an XY pad in a synth or in an effect, and I'll show you that again in the next track. So let's see if we go back here. Yeah, I think no, the next track doesn't have it. The next track is just the Polybrute, and it's also playing a sequence with its level being controlled by this LFO. So it sweeps in and out. and like I say, I'll get to the, I think I can show you, the next track I can show you the XY thing a little more. So if we go to this guy here, it's the Take 5. And so the Take 5 I've got running through this FX Ambient from Arturia. And so it's making its own rude noises. But then I can use the XY pad to drag the macro control around. And I'm just doing that by sending two control changes. One for the X, which is running macro 1, and then the I is macro 2, or the Y is macro 2. So in this case, I'm using it to control control filters. Or not control filters, I'm sorry, the XY. A lot of times I was using it to control filter cutoff and frequency and resonance. Same kind of thing as joysticks, yeah. So, you know, it's same kind of idea. So let's see, next up, this came off the modular. And then finally I have this, the drum loop, just running off of this. Now I did not put the XY pad in this, but I've got the drum loop playing from a contact instrument that's made by Ocean Swift. Let's see, that's running through the Beam Haze standalone plugin, and then through ROM reverb. And I don't have any XY on these. I'll show you real quick. Let's dump that out real quick. We can go in and I can show you how the XY thing goes together, because it's pretty simple. So just a basic, slightly modified sawtooth on this. And so this is so very simple in Bitwig. It was just not working at all in Ableton Live. So if I want to control, let's say, the filter here, we'll turn it on and get a kind of a bass place for it there, say there. All I got to do is we'll turn that on, and we'll turn this on, and I come in here and I just find the object, the XY pad object, and say OK. Let me move this a little further out of the way here. And so this right here, I've got the X input and the Y input, and I know that I want to find filter 1 cutoff as my X axis. So I just tap that and tap the filter 1 cutoff because it's up there. Tap that again. I say, that's what I'm supposed to do. All right, we'll find it this way. I know it works this way. Just type in filter. There is a million filters. Filter 1. Where is it? Clicky. I'm supposed to be able to click right there. Why did it not get it? Oh, because I've got to make that active. That's why. There we go. Okay, so now if I tap that, I tap that. I found it down here. I'll find it down here. It's going to make a liar out of me tonight. Filter 1. Why can I not find cutoff? Here it is. Tap it there. Now we got it. And I'm just going to drive that all the way up so I have full range of control. Click that off because that's there. And now I want filter 1 resonance right here. So I'll grab the Y, click on there, click that off, crank that up all the way. Now, the connection between the phone as the XY pad, yeah, liar, exactly. Connection between the phone and the XY pad input is a little hinky still, so I have to get its attention, which sometimes takes a minute for it to find it. Once it's locked in, now it's locked in, and you can see I'm moving. Let me go back to this guy. So I've got the XY pad locked in. And once this comes back, you can see that, there you go. As I move the XY pad, the filter is moving. So now if I play, and I'm going to turn that basic resonance level down. There we go. So that's a basic use of the XY pad, what I'm doing. So just sending, in the modular world would be CV. In the MIDI world, it's continuous controller data into whatever I tell it to put it into. One of the things that I couldn't do in Ableton Live, I was able to get that to work in Ableton Live, but what I couldn't do is control things further down the chain. So this allows that same mechanism here that I did here allows me to control the next device in the chain, and whichever device is active is the one that it will control, and I can choose which one is active right here from the keyboard. So so instead of having to click around on the mouse, I just tap Love 2 is the effect on this. If I hit that, that's the active ingredient, so to speak. So if I had it mapped there, I would control Love 2. So, and we'll get in. We're probably not going to get deep into Love 2 tonight. Probably next week, or later in the week or something. I don't have it going tonight. I mean, I've got it going, but I don't have the. I don't have it in me tonight to do as much as I'd wanted to do. So anyway, so that's the XY thing. Whoops, daggone it! I thought I had that fixed. All right, Bitwig, yay! That'll go away. There we go. Now it's fixed. All right, so I still got to make that more changes to the scripts. It's all right. It's a thing. It's a work in progress always. So let's see, back to here, I guess. So anyway, that's the business with XY, and it's it's really, it makes things. Oh, I switched off of it. So switch back to Vital, and I immediately have that control back. And I can control any pair, any pair of parameters in there, or well, hey Kurt, how are you? I can control any pair of parameters with that. And if you'll excuse me all just a moment. I hope that was, oh, that wasn't muted. Guys, I'm sorry. I muted the wrong thing, blew my snot locker right in your ears. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I got a cold. All right, well, anyway, back to that. Sorry about that. I'll get, I sample that. Yeah, too late. But, there'll be plenty of more where those are coming for the next day or two. Like I said, guys, I'm really sorry about that. So anyway, let's see, where were we? Oh, so I had been talking about the XY. So anyway, what's next? I'll skip that. Okay, so I ordered the, I might have mentioned, I ordered the XY pad thing. What on earth? Oh, shoot. Ordered the XY pad thing, the one from AmpTone that I talked about last week. It should ship Thursday from Poland and get here sometime. Don't know when. But anyway, once that's in, we'll start playing with that, get that built. I hope mine clears up sooner than that, Paul, because well, I don't know when I got it. But I hope it clears up sooner than that, because I'm supposed to work in DC on Wednesday. So we shall see. I may cancel that because I don't want to make anybody down there sick. Anyway, in the meantime, so I ordered that thing, and then I got an announcement that, let's see, this thing is coming out, which is pretty cool. And you can see it's Eurorack modules, but it also has MIDI. It can send XY and some other stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I got it when I was in DC last week. I was down there last Wednesday. Or if I got it after that. Just don't know. So anyway, excuse me again. I'm going to mute the correct mic this time. Should at least let you listen to that. Okay. So anyway, this thing looks really cool. It's really expensive, but this is made by Bella IO, and they also, what's really interesting is I got to digging around on their website. This is got a backlit display in the whole 9 yards, which I don't really need. But they sell a lot of the parts separately on their website. And so I may investigate some of that, not sure. We shall see how that goes, or if that goes. So let's see, that was all the XY stuff. Let's see, quick news for those interested. I certainly am. Arturia came out with the new KeyStep 37 Mark II. I like my 37 a lot, but I think this is an even better idea, or better device for interfacing with modular. You got one, right? Or did you order one, Paul? Or are you going to? I know that it's not going to be right away, but I'm pretty sure I am. One of the things that really has me jazzed about it, not only does it add a bunch of the sequencing and arpeggiator functions from the MicroFreak and MiniFreak, but it also adds a second modulation CV output. So I think it'd make a fantastic controller for a small Eurorack setup like mine. Hey Tony, good to see you. Yeah, I want a KeyStep 61 with full-size keys would be fantastic. But you know, in my modular setup anyway, it's hey Sean. In my modular setup, it's nice and compact, and you know, it's the same size as the original. Anyway, so it's got all the stuff. Let me look at my notes real quick. Just like this one, just like the original, it'll act as a MIDI to CV converter. isn't what one of Arturia's bigger controllers. So anyway, guys, I apologize. This is not going to go much longer. I can't deal. Let's see, transition out of that. So anyway, real quick, new headphones. My 35-year-old Sony, 35 and 20-plus-year-old Sonys are finally giving up the ghost, and that kind of came to a head the other day when I started listening to some stuff, and it was like, where's, it just wasn't working. So I replaced 2 of 3 pairs. The one that was the youngest as far as use is concerned, I kept, but I replaced 2 of the 3 pairs with Technica ATH-M50x's. One of the reasons I got them is they fold flat, so they're easier to carry when I'm traveling. They fit into the bag better with my laptop and the Mini Lab 3 when I want to travel. And they also will travel better in the bag that I typically carry over to Paul's place. So anyway, like I say, they fold flat like so, which is really nice. They can also fold up in the usual manner. So the Key Lab is the Key Lab is the big one. KeyStep is these guys. If I misspoke, I'm sorry. Let's see. Let's see. What else? Did that. Okay. Other stuff I was going to get into the rest. Oh, I wanted to say, a lot of people complained about the headband on these and the clamping force. And out of the box, the clamping force is pretty high, and the headband sits right on the middle of your head a lot of times. A lot of people complain about that, and what they don't know is that you can reshape this headband. All you have to do is apply some elbow grease to it. So if you want it to be a little point here at the top, if you've got a pointy head, and you don't want it to clamp so hard, you just bend it. Put some elbow grease into it and bend it down, and then bend it out a little bit. And it won't, you're not, unless you really Miguel a gorilla on it, you're not going to break the headphone. And that makes it 100% more comfortable. I also went ahead and pulled the Bear Dynamic DT250 ear cups off the Sonys and put on these. These ear cups are a little bigger. Hey Jeff, they're a little bigger than the Sony, so it's a tighter fit, but they still go on there. They still go on there pretty well. If your head is Gumby shaped, they might be fine for you right out of the box. Who knows? But again, it can be adjusted, and that's the thing that a lot of people just don't get. There's a metal springy band inside there, and you can shape it a little bit. So anyway, jeez. Coughing, sneezing, runny nose, the whole thing. I got them all. I've been dosing up on cold meds and it's not working. So anyway, I know you just made it, Jeff and Sean and Kurt. You're not been here very long, Tony, but no stream for Jeff tonight. Okay. Well, I'm like I said in the Discord, I'm not gonna. I got a hella cold. I'm not gonna continue on much longer tonight. I don't think, unless anyone's got any specific questions that I can answer in a couple of minutes. I'm probably gonna call it quits right about now. Actually, I'm looking to see if there's anything in comments. No, I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh, geez. Wow. Sorry to hear that, Jeff. I just got a cold. You know, you'll talk amongst yourselves. I don't know how long the chat won't stay open very long if I shut down the stream. Right, it's just uploaded. Okay, cool, cool, Paul. Yeah. Jeez. Excuse me, fellas. Jeff, I didn't talk a whole lot about Bitwig except that I got it. Bitwig, except that I got it, and that the XY pad works exactly the way I want. Setting up the XY pad in this, Jeff, is so simple. You were right. You were right. It's just, you know, clicky clicky. What synth was that? Oh, good. Glad you got that sorted out. Cool. Yeah, the EDID stuff will drive you crazy. I still get it a couple. Mine still fights me on occasion. If I don't turn things on in the right order, it gets confused. Yeah, this is. But what you're hearing now is pigments. I think that's what you're seeing too. I hope that's what you're seeing, because that's what I'm seeing. Well, so yeah, what you're hearing now is definitely pigments. We can go back to that so you're not looking at my snot lockery face. Yeah. So Jeff, the way I did the XY, I'll do this real quick again. Modulators are the thing. You're right. And let me get to a track where I'm actually using it. Here we go. So all I did, Jeff, was use the XY modulator to control the two macros for this synth anyway. What's really cool about this is that it actually follows the active device, whether it be synth or an effect or whatever. So all I have to do is, when I'm in the plug-in mode, let's get to a track that's got more than one plug-in on it. So like, let's see, that's got that. So like with this one, the effect is the second thing in the chain. Of course, it's not really good. Let's go ahead and set this up. What the heck? I'm not going to use love for this. I'll grab. So we got this sound that I did, and Vital's active. So XY is controlling filter, right? And let's kill that pad. So if I want to add, say, we'll do the we'll do this guy because I know it works easy. So it's just a matter of going, and Jeff already knows this, I'm sure, but it's just a matter, I'm going to open this up just because I'll need it, and then I'm going to do this, go here, grab the XY, let's get this out of the way. So let's see, I know that X is on macro 1 and Y is on macro 2, so it's a tap, tap, and then I'm just going to grab this and make it go up all the way. And then for Y, we're going to attach that to macro 2. And the only thing that has to happen is for the X, I've got it set up in catch mode, so I have to use the I have to get its attention and get the actual XY in the same spot that the controls are in. And now I've got control of this thing. And I probably didn't have the best starting points, so we can control that here. And now I should have full, actually, no, it's here. Turn these guys down here. Turn that back up, so that should give me full control now of the XY pad. And let me get Vital playing. Why is it not playing? Oh, you know what? I don't have it routed to the right place. I did. It should play. Why am I not getting audio? I'm getting MIDI. What did I break? I broke something. Did I not route it correctly? Whoops. Get out of the way, get out of the way. It was playing a minute ago. Well, it is routed to the wrong place. That's part of it, maybe. I'm not sure why it lost its mind. What did I break? Let's open everything up all the way. Okay, that filter should be wide open. I'm not sure what's up with that. That doesn't make any sense. Something boogered up Vital. But anyway, that's the way it sets up. And if for whatever reason Vital hadn't died on me, it would still be going. I don't know what I did. Make sure this still plays. Yep, still playing. Still talking, so I did something wrong, I'm sure. That is truly bizarre. Did I inadvertently turn something off somewhere? I mean, I know that's off, but that should just bypass it. Filter resonance and filter cutoff are the only things that are being messed with. I've never had Vital do something like this on me. Oh well, what do you want for nothing? So anyway, that's the setup, and it worked. Well, no, because that's why I went to play another synth, Jeff. It's in the mute. The synth bus is alive, and I'm sent to the synth bus. It's listening on all MIDI. We're getting MIDI. It's active. The fader's up, and it was playing just a minute ago. That's what's really odd. So I don't know. It'll probably be something really simple that I did, if I know me. Oscillator's on. Filter's open. Amplitude, yeah, that should be going. Let's, out of curiosity, let's try routing this straight to the output. Now, it's something put Vital to sleep, and I don't know what. Because, like I said, anything else going to the synth bus works just fine. So, like this guy is working. Modulator's working through. It's all running through the same bus. So it should be. Let's see. Did I set it to the right part of the synth bus? Yeah, synth bus master. And vital is going to synth bus. Let's see. There it is, synth bus master. Oops, that's through there. Yeah, I don't know. It's not muted. Not muted on the keyboard either. I don't know. Anyway, something fatal happened to Vital. Exactly. Which is nice. So that's another nice thing. You know, Vital has crashed apparently, or at least partially, and didn't crash the rest of the session. So that's another cool thing that happens in. Like if this had happened in Ableton Live, if Vital had actually crashed, it probably would have crashed the whole session. So, yeah, I could try re-adding it. Let's go ahead and just go ahead and delete it. And I'll turn left off. I'll go ahead and delete this too, just to get it out of the way. And we'll just go ahead and add. Yeah, not sure what that was all about. Of course, now my filter is broken there, but that's okay. So anyway, I've got control now over the XY pad in FX Ambient. And I'll go ahead and set the one in Vital up again real quick, just because it shows something that you cannot do in Ableton, no matter how hard you try. Let's see, so I want X here to go to cut off here. Oh, I guess I should turn the filter on too. Turn that down, turn that down. So, got X. Oh, it picked it up again. Look at that. It already picked it up. You're kidding me. Let's make sure I got that working. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, X going to filter one cutoff. And I'm just brute forcing this all the way up. I could set nice ranges too. Y will go to resonance. And once I get all the way down there in the corner. Still a little hinky picking it up the first time, but once it gets it. So now I have control over the filter. And now if I want to control the effect, all I do is tap it there. And now I've got that one, and I'm leaving everything else in Bitwig alone. Anything else that's tied to this controller is now left alone. And that could not happen in Ableton Live. Just didn't do it. So that is super cool. You know, yeah, super clutch. There's no other way to describe it. And so that in and of itself was worth the price of admission. I do believe that I needed to understand Ableton Live, though, before I could come here. And I'm also going to say there are a few things missing in Bitwig that I got really used to having in Ableton Live, and hopefully it'll come in the next, in the coming versions of version 6. I know a couple of things are not there off the bat, but I think they're headed in the direction of the few things that are missing. Most of them have to do with MIDI sequencing and with oh, let's see, Ableton has a bunch of clip modifiers that you can apply. Like you can do you can, if you've got a sequence of MIDI notes iteration. As far as automation of clips, where you can move from have it move from one clip to the next, that's in some ways actually a little stronger than what's in Ableton, from what I'm seeing. I haven't set any of it up yet, but those actions, like if you go here, if I go here, I can do things like when we follow actions. Let's see, they are down in here somewhere. Yeah, next action. So I can have it, when it finishes the loop, I can have it stop, or I can have it go and do any of these other things. And there's a few more choices here than there were in Ableton. So that kind of automation is pretty cool. Of course, I can record any of my XY or control motions into the sequence. So, and then, yeah, so I mean, that's I'm super pleased. But I am going to go have a lie down. I'm going to have some ice cream, and then I'm going to go to bed, guys. Sorry for cutting this one so short, but I'll play a little bit, then go to bed. Thanks, everybody. Next version can have clips and automation clips. Yes, I saw that. That looks, yeah, and so you can take that automation clip and apply it to other clips as well. That looked really cool. I'm going to let them get, I've been following the beta discussions on the next version, which is supposed to come out next week, I think it is, or the week after. And I'm going to wait a little bit before I jump up to version 6. They're having some issues with some things, but there's some neat stuff coming for sure. So anyway, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate you coming, and sorry again for the super short show, but I just haven't got it in me, guys. So thanks a lot, Paul, and hopefully I'll be over this before Sunday too, because I don't want to bring my cold over to your place. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Talk to y'all soon, and we'll do this again in a week, I swear. So anyway, here we go.